Hello, got a video today about unboxing and putting together these little Panzers from Victrix games. They come in a set of 6 and they're 1 to 144 scale, so quite small. And I'll show you in a second, actually, compared to my usual 28mm Germans, how much smaller they are. I didn't quite realise when I ordered them how tiny they would be. So you get 3 screws each with 2 tanks, and they're the same. They do have the option that you can do it with a closed hatch or with an open hatch, which has a tiny little guy, or his top of his torso anyway, to go in there. So they're quite detailed. They have the armour plating on the sides and a little bit of construction needed, but nothing too complex to put them together. So they're cool little models. Let's just get a size comparison. So there's a Victrix German, 1 to 28mm, so 1 to 56 scale. So yeah, he would he'd be a giant versus this tank. I'm a bit nostalgic for these tanks. I did build one, a much bigger scale one, when I was well, back as a teenager long ago. I used to do a bit of World War II stuff, so when I saw these with Victrix, I thought I'd better give them a look. So it does come also with this excellent painting guide and the shield, the tank transfers. Really quite a complicated, in-depth guide as to how to paint it, which is great. I'm going to do it in a standard grey because that's how I did my old one many years ago. I just wanted to replicate that in a smaller scale. But yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful guide to how to paint them. So 6 of them in one little bag, so you can make a whole little unit of tanks. And so you can make them a bit different with the way you configure them, and obviously paint them quite differently. So I'll get to work and bring you back for a look at them soon. Right, here we are, soon after. The one in grey is the one I've done. The one in the desert camouflage here is done by a friend of mine, Kpfw. He did a lot of World War II stuff, mostly aircraft, but had a go at this one. I think he's done a very nice job. In fact, I think it's actually much more interesting than my one. But anyway, as I said, I wanted to do mine in grey because that was how I did one yonks ago. I did a little bit of weathering, a bit of dry brushing, to bring out some details, and highlighted just a few little sort of bronze edges here and there. Romcat has an airbrush, so he's done a bit of that subtle camouflage, which looks very nice. Desert colours. So there we are. They are absolutely minuscule. Just to remind you on the size comparison, there's a 28mm ancient German versus these guys. So they're totally tiny, but yeah, they're beautifully detailed. Amazing they can get such detail in such tiny models. And they're good, quite a nice change for me to paint such a thing. I'll be sticking with the ancients because I do prefer them in general, but if you're into this scale and you wanted figures for some war games, they would be excellent, I reckon. There we have it. All the best, and catch you in the next video.